everybody, and happy Saturday. Welcome to Weekend Eats. I'm Casey, and I know you know who I am for the vast majority of my family that's here because y'all just come on back all the time. But for those of you who don't know me, and if you watch the rewatch, I am Casey Lloyd. I am the host of Weekend Eats, the creator. I'm all these things, and the crazy lady that does this every single Saturday. Yes, I do. So, how is everybody today? I see Mr. Jerome Neal. He did his thing and came in. He came in here talking about he's a fan of smoked turkey tails. And then I see Felicia here. Good morning. How are you? And the Cosmic King, of course. And hey, y'all know we're going to have a great show today. I decided, because I told you we were talking all things about this Valentine's Day. And, you know, I'm like, people go to hello, Volvo to Love, and hello, my sister Pamela. Good morning. How are you today? How was everybody's week? I was told by one of my family members that I need to wait a second so y'all can reply. So I'm gonna give y'all a minute. I'm gonna drink my a sip of my coffee because I know that y'all got things to tell me. Oh, it was fine. Did you get to work from home this week or no, Volvo to Love? I guess not, because you just said fine. When you was working from home, you were like, you were great. So I'm just gonna assume. But anyway, good morning, my husband. How are you? Everybody's in the house, ain't it? Okay. See, yes. Oh, so they doing the 3-day thing. You know what? 3 days is good because that gives you that time to just kind of get acclimated. And I'm hoping it's Monday too. Hello, Teresa. How you feeling? I know you was feeling kind of sick the other day, so I hope you're feeling better. Oh my goodness, I didn't swallow that coffee right. Couldn't get it out. Anywho, so what I was saying is, you know, I did all of this stuff last week. This beautiful salmon dinner that was budget friendly, but really frou-frou and fancy. So, hey, Deborah Huckabee, good morning. How are you? And so I said to myself, since we trying to do this Valentine's Day thing on a shoestring, I figured like this: give the person that you care about your Valentine what they like, their favorite thing. It doesn't have to be some fancy smancy something other. It can be whatever their favorite meal is. Well, for my husband, everything bean. Everything, he's a bean, the bean. Everything is bean. That's all he ever says. So I decided to make him one of his favorite beans. And of course, I took it up to like heights beyond belief. Some savory pinto beans. And I use some smoked turkey. Oftentimes I will use the ham hock, but it has been so hard to find any smoked meat. And I think somebody asked the question about, did you have to use smoked meat? Technically, no, you don't. But I'm going to tell you, the smoked meat takes it to a level that they just kind of marry each other. And like I said, you can use different kind of smoked meats. I have also used like what's left over of my ham, like I have a ham for the holiday or whatever, and I will use ham pieces. So you can use bacon, you can use regular pork bacon, you can use turkey bacon, but you need to season up the gravy or the juices and the bean. It's all about the flavor, y'all. The flavor is what makes a difference. And you can do whatever kind of flavor that tickles your fancy. However, there is, you know, just a Southern way of doing it. I took it to a different level. I didn't do just a traditional, but you will see. In any case, because it is my Valentine's favorite dish, that's something that's, hey, right up top. Because see, I don't do this stuff all the time. So it's a special thing. Also, you guys know, coffee. So I decided to come up with a little witty title. I don't know if you guys remember this song. I think it was Miss Huckabee told me it was Ricky Martin. Living La Viva Loca. Well, I decided to say Living La Viva Coffee. I stuck that in my laptop, and believe it or not, I got so much information on that. I tell you, I've been doing this show since August, the beginning of the very first week in August. I didn't know there was so many things you can know about coffee. Boy, this is like a whole different stratosphere. Coffee, everything. So, hey, why not? Oh, these earrings are driving me crazy. They are way too long for my short neck. I should have some shorter earrings. Anyhow, okay. And like I said, comfort food for your Valentine. Like I was saying, I decided to do a comfort food for my Valentine. And I'm gonna tell you, they have so many great comfort foods that people will enjoy. Because nowadays people don't really go that deep to cook anymore. So when you make, hey, you make a nice meal, whatever comfort meal that you don't normally make for the one you care about or your Valentine, hey, that's a special meal. Doesn't have to be lobster, doesn't have to be steak, it doesn't have to be these things. Speaking of which, in my evening show, the Love Rhythm Recipe, I decided, because one steak can cost you $50, and that ain't even with the sides, and the sides don't be all that if you go to a restaurant. I decided to make a budget-friendly, just as beautiful and delicious Salisbury steak. I'm making a herbed rice, and I'm making a broccoli, pepper, and onion and mushroom stir fry for the vegetable. And then, of course, hey, I told y'all I had two of those deep, dark, decadent cakes. So, put it this way, my Valentine is eating cake for breakfast. He loves that cake. He really does. I mean, y'all should have watched the show last week. He had 2 pieces of cake in less than 5 minutes. He loves that chocolate cake. So, hey, my Valentine's complete, including a beautiful mock drink that pairs well with the meal. So you guys need to shoot on over there around 6 o'clock and see what we're doing, because we're also going to be talking about, guess what? Just you'll never know. And I'm not going to tell you yet. I'll tell you later. Okay. But anyway, it's going to be really, really exciting and fun. So, what can I tell you? Home cooking stories, it's just, we got a million of them. Anyhow, so what I did, because I know cooking beans can be time consuming, and I don't want it to be all day. So, of course, I started cooking the beans, part of the beans, and I'm going to show you guys how to get to that point, and then we're going to plate it up. Okay. However, I got the shock of life, because usually I will use ham hock, and I will put the whole ham hock in there. Or even if I do the turkey, I'll put the whole thing in there with the bone or whatever. And it'll take an hour or so or more to cook this through. So I want it falling off the bone. So when it incorporates into my beans, it's just nirvana. However, I said, how can I make this quicker and more efficient? I don't know if you guys remember, I showed you those little teeny tiny, eeny weeny smoked turkey legs. They look like smoked chicken legs. They were so small. They were 2 for $12 or whatever. Anyway, I put them in the freezer, and I brought them out and unthawed them. And I decided to cut the meat off the bone. And then I cut it into chunks. And what I did was, when I did that, it took maybe 35, 45 minutes versus an hour and a half with it on the bone. I still got my seasoned juices. I'm telling you, it came out really good. So that's a great hack. And you can do that with ham hock too. You cut it right off the bone. That's right. And put it in there. You do not need the bone for the flavoring. You need that skin and that meat and the smokiness. That's what you need. Anyhow, everybody get a cup, take a sip. I am. And ooh, that's good. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Living La Viva coffee. So, it a lot of things are kind of redundant. But basically, they say coffee is more than just a drink. We know this. Coffee is everything for everybody. For me, it's a drink. Yeah, I'm not going to even go to that. But for some people, it's a lifestyle. It's a ritual. It's a daily source of it. It gives you joy. Really? Okay. Well, I know it keeps me awake. I don't know about the joy part. However, so this is all about embracing the coffee culture. Okay. Exploring new brews and savoring every single sip like it's going to be the last one you can ever have. When I tell you, I don't know. It's like, is this like world hunger or something? I don't know. It's like they're like, really, this is like, let's vote for coffee. If we don't have it, we will have I don't know. I just, The world will come to an end if there's not a coffee bean. So, like they're saying, coffee is a lifestyle, not just a drink. Coffee is more than a caffeine fix. Not for Casey. That's exactly what it is. It's about comfort, creativity, and connection. Yeah. Let me tell you something. I'm in the wrong business. And maybe I should have had a YouTube show that explored all things coffee, and I could just go all over the place to every place that sells coffee and just critique it. And shoot, I'd probably be rich because people love this stuff. Okay, they say it's a pick-me-up, and it is, or a cozy nightcap. I don't know if it has caffeine, how cozy of a nightcap. I guess you can drink decaf. Okay, or a midday mood lifter. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what it does for me. It keeps me going when I'm busy, which I always am. Okay, it's a global love affair. Okay, from the bold espresso that's in Italy to the sweet cafe au lait in Mexico and the smooth cold brews of the US. Coffee is everything. Yes, it is. I thought I was gonna run out of information on coffee. So I said, I'm gonna have to look up tea. But it's like never ending. The art of the perfect brew. You know, we've talked about these French presses and the pour overs and espresso machines, which I like the espresso. I don't know if I get a machine. I think they have an instant espresso. I think I saw it somewhere, and I'm gonna try that. You know, but the bottom line is you're talking about the size of the grind when you're doing, like, I guess the coffee that you're making from scratch. And that's going to make a difference of the kind. I know if the water makes a difference in the taste of the coffee, it really does. Because I make my coffee with filtered water and it just has a different taste. I've made coffee with bottled water before, and it has, because a lot of bottled water has salt in it, so it has a different taste. So that part is true. And then, you know, you have all these seasonal blends, you know, for the summer and for the winter and for the fall. So pretty much, like I said, coffee is a connection. People socialize. Hey, the fantastic coffee break. Or, like I said, people actually, I know a lot of people, especially before COVID, used to go into Starbucks and places like that and just sit all day long if they work from home, and they will literally work from home, you know, work from Starbucks, not home, you know, and sit there all day and kind of, you know, interact and stuff. So it's a culture. And just all around the world. You know, I was telling you about all the different places around the world where they have all these quote unquote specialized coffees. The one where they had, what is it, a civet? That's what it was. This little animal that eats the coffee beans and digests it, and then he kind of poops it out, and that becomes this is I'll never get over that. This is what they sell as a delicacy. So the poopy coffee, that thing there, you know, you know, some things I think I'll pass, you know, but the final thought is this: coffee equals life. I wish I had, what do you call it? Sound effects, because I would make it go life. You know, it's saying living la viva coffee has a meaning. Can you believe this? The meaning is embracing the joy, creativity, and comfort that coffee brings every single day. So grab a mug like this here, take a deep breath. Let's try it. And sip. Enjoy of it. Every bit of it, they say, because coffee isn't just a drink, it's a whole vibe. So everybody grab their coffee. Let's vibe together. Okay. All right, now that nonsense is over, can somebody please plug in my coffee heater, because my coffee is getting cold. And you know, we don't do cold coffee up in this piece, not me. So anyhow, okay, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to show you guys the ingredients that I have for these beans, and then I'm going to start preparing them. I'm going to see People think that, oh, I don't know what anybody does, but I know what I do. It's a dynamic. You have to do something which is called picking your beans. And the reason why you pick your beans, because beans come from the ground. And I'm going to say that again, because somebody on one of my bean videos had the audacity to leave a message and say, beans come from a beanstalk. I couldn't even reply because another one of my wonderful family members out there in YouTube land said, and where do you think the beanstalk comes from? Things that make you go, So I'm like, yeah, beans come from the ground. Yes, they do. Okay, so stands to reason that if something's coming from the ground, when they pick it, you can have gravel, you can have little pebbles, you can have imperfections in your beans. I'm all about the visual, number one. Number two, I don't want to choke on a pebble, and I don't want to eat nothing dirty. So the first step is with any bean is you want to pick your beans. So we're going to do that too, and I'm going to show you how. And it's real simple. It's not hard at all. So let me get over here. Let me turn the beat around. Yes, I'm back. Hey, sinus infection's almost gone. I'm so happy about that one. All right, so let me turn it all around over here, so I don't have to keep. Well, I'm gonna have to come closer. Anyway, so of course, I am going to use. This is a poultry blend, and the reason why I'm using the poultry blend is because we're using poultry, turkey. This is not traditional. Now I'm gonna tell you the Southern way. The Southern way would be you use water, number one, as your liquid. Number two would be basically, some salt, some pepper. You may throw some Lowry's or some kind of seasoned salt in there and cook that sucker, cook that piece of smoked meat, because smoked meat, is salted to a certain extent. It ain't that salty. Don't let nobody fool you. It is not that salty. When you put all that water in there, if you don't put any other seasoning in there, it's going to be just the taste of that meat. So, like I said, usually people put their ham hock on there, cook it till it's pulverized, and then the beans will be joined in it. That's how my mother did it. Then some people will put it all together and just cook it. Some people will soak their beans, and we're going to do a quick soak because I don't go through all this overnight stuff. I ain't got the kind of time. Okay, but some people will soak these beans overnight so they can start softening, because beans are hard. So usually when you soak them, they kind of fluff up and they envelop the liquid, and it helps the cooking process. Some people will put them in crock pots. Some people, I'm pretty basic. Y'all know by now, I got all kinds of appliances that I don't use. Give me a pan, give me a pot, a skillet, a spatula, a knife, and something to stir with. I'm gonna figure it out. And I'm a cook, okay? I really do not have the energy or the inclination for me. And I am going to start using some of these wonderful appliances because I know some of you guys have them and you want to know how they work, and I'll do it for your benefit. But for me, oh no, please. I use the same pot over and over again until it crip walks on out of here. Okay? Because I'm just being real. I don't like to have to do a whole lot of cleanup, but I love a clean kitchen. So I try to find hacks. Anyway, so that's one thing here. And the poultry blend just has sage. It has rosemary. It has thyme, fresh. It telling you, does a body good. Don't sleep on it. So then, of course, anybody who's seen me, this is my new love. These little bitty, they're a little freeze dry, but they're fresh. But they do a little freeze drying to them so they don't go bad so quickly. And I love them. So I have here some chopped Italian herbs, which thyme and oregano and all this stuff. This is all fresh. Then I have, what is this? The basil. I have the chopped cilantro. And then I have the basil. I'll just be using probably the basil and the cilantro. Or, I make it jiggy with it or whatever. And you can tell I'm you hear these references, right? Anyway, so I'll use that. Then I have butter that makes all things better. And I'm going to be cooking because I cooked 16 ounces. Beans usually come in a package and they're 16 ounces. So I cooked half ahead of time and I saved half so I could do it for you guys. So I'm going to be cooking half of 16 is 8 ounces. Yeah. Okay, I'll be cooking 8 ounces of these beans. So for the 8 ounces, I'm gonna be doing this. For the 16 ounces, I'll do 2.5. And yes, you want to put this in here. Trust me, you do. I'll tell my sister, try it, you'll like it. So okay. So since I'm stepping this up and taking it to a higher level, I decided to use chicken broth for my liquid, which I normally would use water because I flavor my stuff. But I said, let me try this because I already have a very popular Great Northern Bean video. That thing, I don't know. It's like everybody, the people who like my show, they love those beans, and it just keeps looking at it and keep looking at it. So I'm like, okay, so I guess I'll just be called the bean chef, and I'll make every kind of bean because that's all anybody wants to get. I want you guys to explore, and I understand beans are delicious. They are, and I'm gonna tell you, these beans here, the reason why I chose them is because people think that it's not that good for you. However, and I found this out today also. These beans, pinto beans themselves, are very high in fiber. And when something is high in fiber, it's going to metabolize in your system a little differently. Yes, it does have carbs, but there's a difference between complex carbohydrates and regular carbs. That's like the difference between a piece of that chocolate cake and some broccoli. That's the difference. The way that it metabolizes your system. So it don't just go right through you and then hit your glucose and make it increase. So also I found the brand of bean that you buy, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I usually like to get Goya. Goya has really, I thought, but now I was reading the pack. I happen to have a store brand of the pinto bean, and I had the Goya. So I always go for the Goya. So I opened up the Goya, and then I looked on the back of the pack because I just wanted to look at the ingredients or the nutritional facts and see just how many carbs are in the beans versus the fiber. Well, the Goya had 28 carbs and it had like 6 fiber. So that only deducted 6 carbs off of that 28. Then it made me happy. I looked at my store brand. My store brand, I think it's, I'm going to be accurate because I'm going to pull it out. It's basically the store brand had like 22 carbs, but it had 10 grams of fiber, which brought you down to only 10 grams of carbs. It had 0 sugars, 0 added sugars. The Goya had added sugar. I'm like, okay, this is a dried bean. It's not like it's flavored. I didn't understand this. So I'm going to have to do some more research as to why that bean is so high in carbohydrates. That bean has sugar. It's not treated with anything. It grew, I guess, maybe they soaked it in something. I don't know. But I'm going to check it out. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be using the store brand from now on because that one right there, hey, I can get a serving of beans and not feel bad because it really is healthy. It's only 10 carbs. Go figure. Anyhow, so I'm going to use this. And for the 8 ounces of my beans, I will probably use, because I did 16, 32. It was like 32 ounces of this stuff here. And you kind of add, you want to see, because it depends on the reduction when you're cooking the meat. But you'll see what I'm talking about. In any case, not before. Okay, so I have a little bit of bacon fat here. I have some chicken fat. And the reason why I have the bacon fat, because this turkey is really, really lean, this particular one. It's not like most smoked turkey. I don't know, this amount of gourmet turkey leg that I've never seen. It look like a chicken, and I don't know what it want to be. So I use a little bit of bacon fat. I use a teaspoonful of that. You don't have to do that. You can use olive oil if you get a real lean piece like me. If you don't, you don't have to use anything but a little bit of cooking spray. And if your pan is non-sticky, and you'll see why I'm saying that. But I did put a little bit of bacon fat in mine. Okay, you ain't got to do that if you don't want to. Okay, I have all-purpose seasoning, my Casey's Blessing. You get your favorite all-purpose seasoning. This ain't on the market yet. I'm still working on it. Red tape. So, what can I tell you? Okay, I am going to hit mine up a little bit with a little cayenne right now. The ones that I already made, I didn't do that. I'll let them be the judge of it because, like I said, I always do a little cayenne for me for inflammation. I have my low sodium Lowry's, no MSG. I have some garlic powder. I have my dry celery flakes, really good. Black pepper. I have my Sazon, low sodium or no salt, the Sazon. Okay, I have onion powder. And finally, I have Adolph's meat tenderizer. Now you ask me, why do you have this? Because this little thing right here helped that meat get cooked really fast. I put this in it. I didn't add any salt. This has no MSG. See right there? Can you see it? Can you see it? This all natural stuff here. Don't let nobody fool you. And I put it on the turkey, and it helped it cook faster. And I didn't have to wait forever, and neither will you. I literally could cook this meal after getting off from work, and it would be done, I'd say maybe in about an hour, cooking these beans like this, not no crock pot stuff, just like this. It would be done because the meat was done, and the beans got done so fast after doing that quick. I was in shock. I really was. Beautiful assistant, she said, Mom, this stuff is done. I'm like, huh? Okay. So, hey, don't sleep on this. Don't sleep on it. Okay, so that's pretty much those, the seasonings. Okay, let me put this over here. Put that back. And then I'm going to show you these beans, y'all. So, like I said, I have 8 ounces of beans. Normally, the beans are 16 ounces. They come in these packets like this. So, let me turn this back around. Okay, you see, like this is what I want to show you what you want to not have in your beans. So I separated that. But this right here is about 8 ounces of dried beans. Okay, you can cook 8 ounces. You can cook a whole pack. Okay, it depends on how many you want and if you want to have leftovers. So I have 8 ounces because I was doing half and half for the benefit of showing you guys. And like I said, I had the Goya, and then I had the store brand. I don't know how I ended up with both of them because I thought I only ordered one or the other. However, this was good because I learned something. So the Goya is, and as you see, I cut it in half to make sure it was evenly ate. I wanted to be accurate. So the Goya here, pinto beans, it's saying here on, it's upside down. Yeah, and let me get the other glasses because y'all know I can't see. Okay, I'm not going to even front. Okay, yeah. I can't see. I can see now. Okay, so it says total carb count 28. I was good. I remember that. And then it says the dietary fiber in this is 6 grams. So you subtract 6 from 28, and that leaves what? 22?
Yes.
The 22. Oh, I can do math. That third brain cell is working today. Wow. Okay. I swear that cracked me up. I don't know about you guys, but that cracked me up. Anyway, so it gets better. A serving size of this is 140 calories. Why? I don't know. So I'm going to look here and see what the ingredients say. It says, and then it says total sugars. It has one. Where's the sugar coming from? Now, it does have more protein than the other one, like 9. But hey, I got some meat up in there. But I'm trying to figure out, let me look and see what this says. It says ingredients. Pinto beans. That's it. So, I don't know. Maybe the cross-contamination, because it says something may contain soybean and wheat. Maybe, I don't know where the sugar coming from, because then, same bean, store brand. So, I'm doing this to show you, if you read, let me see. Okay. Well, I didn't do this today, real. If you butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look. It's in a book or the internet or the back of the pack. The Reading Rainbow. Please read. Don't let nobody blow no smoke up you. You want to be healthy, you can. You can do it inexpensively. You can do it deliciously. I looked at this and I was in amazement. So I hope that you can see this. I don't know if you have this store near you, but you could just try looking at the store brands. You see where it say calories, 90. Didn't I tell you this said, what did it say? What did it say, y'all? 140, right?
40.
Okay, that's like double the amount almost for the same portion. Why? I could get double the beans.
I wonder if it's like the The diet that the beans get as they grow?
Okay, the diet that the beans
like,
get.
Certain planters, like, they'll use like nutrients in the soil.
Well, maybe the Goya soil is being used sugar. I don't know. Okay, maybe they're planting it near sugarcane. I don't know, but this makes no sense. This says 90 calories, y'all. The carbohydrates are 22. Can everybody see that?
Yeah.
22 carbs. Now, when you subtract the fiber from the carbs, that lowers the carb dynamic. So if you got 22 carbs and 10 grams of fiber, that's only leaving you with what?
12.
Exactly 12 versus how many? 20 something. For the same quarter cup of dried beans. But it gets better. This is 0 sugars. That's what I was telling you guys. Read this. If it says a sugar on here or sugar down there, you better add some carbs back up there. Okay. It needs to say 0. 0. Okay. This right here says 1. So you tell me the difference between this here bean and this one. So I purposely mixed the beans so I could see maybe it was a different in texture. No, you tasted it, beautiful assistant. Did it taste different to you?
Not at all.
Okay, these ones right here that I'm picking come from here. So I decided that we're going to go with the lesser of the two because I told you I'm not stuck on name brands. Only certain things that I will not deviate because the taste is different. Mayo is one of them. Ain't deviating. Ketchup is another one. Ain't deviating. Mustard is another one. Ain't deviating. But I'll deviate on a whole lot of stuff. Okay? I really will. Because you know what? The only reason I'm paying that extra $1 or $2 is because somebody's name is on it. They can put my name on it and it'll be cheaper. How about that? So let me close this back up because I'm going to keep this for future reference. And remember that I'm buying this brand when I buy some beans. And they got all of the brands and it's cheaper. So now I'm going to pick these beans and I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't know about picking beans, I'm very sure that the vast majority of my family here in this, my We Can Eat family knows what I'm talking about picking beans. But for those people who don't and they come along and they look at the rewatch, I want you to make sure that you don't get anything nasty up in your mouth. Okay, so let me put this over here, and it's a simple process. So what I usually do, let me back that up. Let me back that up. Yeah. So like I said, I usually take my beans, I take them out, I put them on a paper plate, or I'll lay them on some foil. But I did a paper plate for the magic of television, and usually they will all lay flat, and I can see them and I can pick them like that. But a quicker way is what I do is this. I'll get a colander, you guys, and I'll sit here and I'll take my beans and I'll get some beans, and let me bring this down so you can see. Okay, you see these beans in my hand? I put as many as I can fit in my hand so I can lay them flat so I can look at them. And then I kind of run my finger through them so they can roll over so I can make sure there are no imperfections. I'm going to show you what I don't like when I do this. I take these beans, put them over in the colander. Then I take the next batch and I do that and I look at it, do the same thing. You continue to repeat that until you have all the beans that you like in here and there is no gravel. Now, you know, I've already done these, so most of these are clean, but I left a few because I just wanted to show you guys. And it's not hard. This is what you do, and you just like that. So I'm going to finish looking at these, and I've gotten really good at this. So I know what I want to look at, and like say this one right here. Okay, this is a little runt bean. I don't like the little runt bean because when I cook the little runt bean, he's going to disintegrate. I don't want refried beans, y'all. So that's why the runt bean got to go. So he's going over to the side. And maybe we'll replant him and he'll turn into something else. I don't know. But anyway, okay, so I'm looking. These beans are pretty clean. I'm going to put that in there. Let me make sure because I don't want to crunch on any little rocks or anything like that on the beans that don't grow out the ground because I guess they must levitate or something. Please. When I read that, I have to laugh sometimes at some of the things people say in my comments because I think it's so cute. I really do. And I respond to everybody's comments. To date, I think I have responded to over 750 comments, every last one of them. I don't miss a one, every one. And as long as I can respond, I will respond. So if you leave a comment, trust and believe, I'm going to respond to you. Yes, I am. And I'm not going to give any generic response. I'm going to respond to you like I'm talking to you, just like this. Okay, so, okay, I think that's good. Let me just get this in here. See, there go another little runt. Got rid. You see it, and you know if I can see it, with all my vision impairment, okay, all of you young people out there and people with good vision, oh, this should be, you can do this in no time. Okay, there's another little run. Okay, so get the little run out there. Also, and I'm gonna show you the other kind of thing that I don't want to see. I'm almost finished with this. Okay, that's good. Oh, wait a minute. See, this is something else. Now, some people may leave the half a bean in there. I don't want to see that. Half a bean stays half at home. I don't want half a bean. So I don't do half a bean. And see, now I don't have that many on this plate, so I can just kind of shuffle through them. See, this right here. This one is all deformed, looking like I don't know what. I'm not eating that. So, you know, and some people will eat this. I just am visual. That's me. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you how I roll. Okay. And I'm very persnickety about the way my stuff looks and the cleanliness of it. So the rest of these look good. Put that in there. Let me get these other little things here, and I'm probably going to plant them and let the kids look like make a science project out of it or something. You know, so, oh, but I don't know, because I'm going to tell you, my youngest son, he was maybe about 7 or 8, and they were in traditional school. Now they homeschool. Child, this boy brought home, you know, they let him, I think it was a lima bean that he planted. Well, he brought the lima bean home inside the bottom of like a little milk container they cut in some dirt. So I put the lima bean over here on not the lima bean, but the little plant, because he was just so proud of this little plant. I had different blinds here, just regular blinds, not these wooden things. And so I had like the little hanging thing. So I put the plant there. So the plant started growing and it was okay. I come in my kitchen. When I tell you that plant was alive, that plant was like something out of, what's that movie, Little Shop of Horrors? You saw every time I would move the cord to my blind, because it was a climbing plant. It was like a beanstalk because it was a lima bean. This plant would stretch its body because it was trying to make a vine up on. It was alive. I would move this plant away and move. I would pull my shade up. The plant would go after. Okay. Needless to say, the plant had to leave here. Because no, I know that it's a living thing, but not that alive. It was moving in front of me. Okay. So I say this to say, if your kid brings home a lima bean plant, you might want to put it in the backyard. That's all I can say. Whoa, that thing scared the heck out of me. I said, wait a minute. It was a lima. It was, y'all think I'm playing. I should have, see, back then I wasn't into all this internet stuff or whatever. You know, and how people, they film everything that goes on in their life. Man, please, half the time I don't even know what my phone is. But I would have filmed that. That would have been something to see. That little thing was moving, and it wasn't where you speeded it up, where you could see it, you know, in frame. This thing was stretching its body, or its whatever it was, and as it kept trying to latch on to my. You got to go, son. He had to go. He sure did. Now, what did I do with that thing? Oh, this is what I want to show you guys. So the half a bean is one thing. And I think I have a little stone in here that, so you'll be able to recognize it, or a bean that looks kind of fossil. See, like this thing here. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't want to discriminate. You know, everything needs love, but it don't need to be love in my pot. This is not cute. I don't like that. Okay. This thing right here look like it's been through the fire and got a little pimple on it. That looked like a piece of rock. I'm not eating that. Okay, this one totally, this is like Sesame Street. One of these things just don't belong here. They all one color. He come off of one side. I don't know if he's even a pinto bean. He could be any. He could be one of them phantom beans that grow in one of. So, yes. So these are the kind of things, and you don't get a whole lot of them. Hopefully, you won't get a whole lot of them, so you're not wasting. I got about a handful of these beans, as you see, and it makes me feel secure that What in the world was that? It looked like I saw a little. I'm tripping. Okay, I just saw on my screen. It looked like a little flying thing going, but it's not in the house on the screen. See. Okay, y'all. This is what you call sleep deprivation. Okay, that's what you call it. Anywho, so I'm putting these in here, and this is just for future reference. This is what you don't want. So now that I have this here, I'm gonna take that over here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take these lovely beans, this beautiful bean footage. Yes, I am. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's from Bush's baked beans. I'm just giving them their props. That beautiful bean footage. See, I don't steal nothing from nobody. Okay, you'll know when it's just mine, when I don't give people their props. So I don't know if that is bad or whatever. I mean, I just really like all these commercials. They're really catchy. So I'm that kind of person. I grew up memorizing commercials and the theme songs to sitcoms and all that stuff like that. I just did, and I mean word for word verbatim. So what can I tell you? Anyhow, so I'm gonna take this colander right now. Some people will just take their beans and they'll go soak them. I can't do that. I gotta wash it. So I got to rinse it off to make sure there's no dust or debris or whatever. I suggest you do that too. I'm just saying it only takes a second to be clean. Period. Okay, so let's mosey on over here. I'm gonna rinse it off with some cold water, y'all. Just slightly. And I'm going to rinse all my little beans all together now. All the little beans all together now. So I'm going to let that, and you know what I forgot to show you guys? My turkey. I had it in the refrigerator. I cut it all off already. Because, you have to be, food safety is important. You do not want to have anything hanging out more than 2 hours, even when it's cooked. You really don't. And the book that I promised y'all wasn't supposed to be a book. It was supposed to be a little pamphlet. It has turned into a novel because there's so much information that I want to give. It's so much I want to give you. So Beautiful Assistant is working on my website, and I'm going to put my book on the website. And trust me, you're really going to like it because I'm really proud of it. It's so funny, and the pictures. Oh man, you ain't gonna want to learn how to cook. You're just gonna want to read it and laugh. It's funny. But anyway, let me turn the water off. And yes, I'm not gonna charge your arm and a leg because I'm selling it directly from my website, which means you won't get passed on the extra cost by me selling it off of Amazon or somewhere. I ain't doing that. Okay. Because I want you to have this information. And even if you cook, there's something in it for everybody. At first, I was going to say beginners, but I'm like, okay, as I'm listening to what I'm saying, I'm like, some people really don't know. And so I have visuals of everything. I talk about the 5 basic cooking techniques that you must know. There are 15. Like I said, I'm going to have a series of the books. So I'm going to take you from, if you ain't never cooked nothing, if you scared to go in the kitchen, to you're going to be like, look at me. How you like me now? That's what I'm taking you to with those books. So anyway, so this is the turkey, right? Just like that. And I cut it up in little chunks, and I put meat tenderizer on this already. It was sitting in there, so I don't have to do that. So this right here is probably 1.5 of the legs because I used the vast majority of the meat in the other pot because I know I'm going to put it all together. I just wanted to make this where you guys could see it. Okay? So let me get this over here. Now, what I'm going to do with this meat is kind of unorthodox. People don't normally do. But because I call myself a foodologist, a food scientist, or whatever, I always got something in my head trying to step it up a notch. So I decided to do this. So I took the meat and, is this still something in it? No, nothing in it. I took the meat. Let me move these off because they'll be in my way. Okay. All right. So let me wipe this because I got condensation on the stove. I can't live like this. Yeah. So let me wipe this off. Just like that. Make it all nice and clean. I know you're like, okay, you're gonna mess it up again, but that's not the point. It's in my mind. In my mind. I'll always need a clean cooktop. Yes. I can't cook when it's dirty in here. It messes up my flow. Okay. Trust the process. Trust the process. You will learn. These are the things I'm going to teach you in this book. Everybody has a flow. You're going to get one. You're going to love it. I didn't know that I like to cook. You know what? Because all these years, these people in my life, Mom, teach me how to cook. Mom, tell me. And I'm just like, okay, I have to do this every single day. My husband is the luckiest man in this world. This man, he don't know what a leftover is. Okay. 40-ish years. Just think about how many meals that is. And then you have picky people. So everybody wants something different. Think about it. Just start doing the math. Okay. So I never knew that I do kind of enjoy this. You guys have opened up to me that this is fun for me. And I didn't know that. So thank you. Anyway, so let me wipe this off. Okay. And we'll put that over here. Get that over here. So because I'm not cooking that many of them, I'm using a small little pot, but they will all join their family and they'll be in the big, beautiful pot. The big, beautiful pot. Okay. So what I'm going to do, and like I said, you don't have to do this, but hey, I like bacon fat and it makes things taste good. And you can use chicken fat if you want, or you can use olive oil, or you can spray it. But this meat is very lean, so it's not rendering a whole lot of oils in this particular meat. If you get a regular turkey leg or wing or something, I don't know what kind of brand this is. I don't even know where this come from. I don't know who charges $12 for a turkey leg. Literally, that's a midget. The leg is this. Anyway, I'm gonna stop ranting about that. I can't. And so everything that I had planned for this year, the dynamic has to change because I need to make sure that my people, y'all out there, can eat and not have to worry about spending every dime you go and make on trying to eat some food. We are going to learn how to be budget conscious, but we're going to eat like kings. I am going to work. I am doing the research. I am going to put it in place for myself. I feel like all I do is work and buy groceries. I really do. And life got to be more than that. You know what I'm saying? We do have to eat, but good grief, it shouldn't be as much as a mortgage. So yeah, that's my mission for this year. So y'all gonna get all kinds of little meals. Sometimes I'm just gonna go in the fridge. You know how you have all these little odds and ends in the refrigerator, and you're like, I really don't want to throw this away. We're gonna find how to make something yummy out of whatever we got. How about that? How would you like to learn that? Yes. So let me get a little spoon here because I'm gonna put a little bit of this bacon grease in here. I'm gonna turn my stove on high just for a minute, not long, and I'm gonna put this little spoon here. So this is really more than a regular teaspoonful, but it is a plastic teaspoonful. I'm gonna put that in here and I'm gonna throw this away. While that melts a little, and I'm gonna be really fast because my stove gets hot really quick and then it's acting all crazy and starting to smoke and make smells that I don't want to smell. So let me rinse this off. Yeah, because I need this wooden spoon, wooden spatula, whatever this thing is. I don't know what this thing is. Whatever it is, it's a lovely piece of cook stuff equipment because it costs $1, and I've had it forever, which means you don't have to spend a whole lot of money. Okay, don't let some things you need to spend money on. You really do, but some things, stop wasting your money. Okay, so. This is melting really nice. And I'm going to see how it's starting to smoke. I'm turning it down, y'all. I'm going to turn this down to a 3, really. So I'm putting, because it's really hot already. Okay, let me stick this over here and we get this meat out. So people don't normally, let me put this on because it's acting flipped it. Okay, let me turn my light back on. What did I do? Okay, so this meat right here, people don't normally brown their meat. That's going to, but this enhances. I'm telling you, trust the process. Don't think I'm a nut bucket. I am a nut bucket, but I'm a nut bucket that can cook for real. So yeah, I'm putting this in here, and like I said, you cut it up. And then what you want to do, and I'm going to turn it up a little because, of course, when I put the meat in here, it lowered the temperature, and that can happen. So I'm putting it back up to a 6 because I want to saute this a little. And you'll learn about sauteing in my book, and I give you visuals as to what a saute should look like. Who does that for $5? You know, maybe I'll do $6. What do you guys think? Can you handle $6? You know, it's going to be probably about 15, 16 pages with visuals, and they trying to get me to give you vocals. Can you believe this? They want me to give you an audio book. Then you won't look at my funny pictures. Yeah, you will. No, so like, okay, so yeah, I'm trying to saute this. So what I'm going to do, I'll put the top on it and let it do its thing. I'm going to bring it up because it really went all the way down. I'm going to turn this off. This thing is on my last nerve. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off. So as this is browning, y'all, come on. This is browning. It's browning. It's going to brown. It's going to brown. It's going to brown.
Pam said you are truly a restaurant.
Okay, listen. This is what she says to me, right? My sister comes to my house and she just sits here and watches me as I come down early in the morning and I don't leave until late at night, and I just put out food. That's what I do. That's so I literally do that. So hey, go figure. This is my mommy's fault. Okay, this is my mother's fault. My mother implanted this behavior in me. Okay, when a lot of mothers was like, here, sit here, eat whatever on this plate. My mother was working at the post office in the evening. We came home from school in the morning. We had a hot breakfast. Everybody had whatever I kid you not. My mother had 4 children. Everybody sat around that table, and my brother could have, I call them the fat pancakes because I like my pancakes, thin. My mother used to make, oh, she's funny. She used to make the biggest, fattest pancakes ever out of Aunt Jemima pancake mix. My brother loved them. I couldn't stand them. So he had the fat pancakes. I would have probably something like, that was from the night before, or she'd fry some chicken or something like, because I always got to be special. I don't know what my little sister had. She had something, but she didn't have the fat pancakes. And my mother would sit here and do all this, and she would pack us a lunch. Okay, not just a sandwich. I used to take barbecued ribs to school. We used to have these. One moment, let me check this. So, okay. That's nice. So I'm turning it down a little because I don't want it to get to sticking. And I'm letting it do its little thing. Let me turn it down. This is on 7. So I'm going to take it down to 4 because I want it to brown, but I don't want it to burn. I want to saute. So anyway, back to my story. So back in those days, they had thermoses that went with your lunch boxes, but inside the thermos, it was glass, but it kept things really cold. You had to be very careful because if you ever dropped it, you always had to get a new one. I dropped a lot of them. But anyway, so she would make Chef Boyardee ravioli because I used to like that. She would heat it up and she would put it in my thermos. If she made barbecue ribs or she made some fried chicken or whatever, she would wrap it. I don't know how she kept it warm. She would wrap it up in some way in foil. Anyway, she would pack my lunch. While everybody else was getting school lunch, I was sitting there pulling out a rib, okay, and eating hot ravioli. It's so stupid because I was like, I want one of them grilled cheese sandwiches they got that I can't identify. Hey, listen, my mother did the thing, okay, but what she did is set me up. That's what she did, because I didn't realize that this was being implanted in my head. And it is, because I don't care how many people come in my house. I accommodate what they like. And I do this. And so I end up just cooking all the time. Now I'm cooking for you guys. Go figure. So I must like it some kind of way. I don't know if I like cooking. I like people being happy about what they're eating. I like the creativity of cooking. I really do. I like the science of cooking. I realize that. I like knowing that I can make something taste good and never put it in my mouth. That's what I like. And I wish I had realized I like this during COVID. Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Be a whole nother dynamic, y'all. All right, but I'm glad, like I said, everything happens for a reason. There's a season and a time for everything. This is my season to be here with you guys. And like I said, some things that come to you too rapidly. And because I'm 26, it's like, I'm like, okay, time ticking away. But you know what? I firmly believe that a higher power has placed me here in front of you guys, because a year ago, I would have never stepped foot on a social media platform. You would have never seen my face. I would never be talking to you. I started this doing videos that I just focused on. I would give, an intro. And my videos basically was all my hands and my personality of me speaking and stuff and making it fun. And if you check it out, you'll see. And I'm still going to do that because I want people to focus on the food. I don't want them to focus on, oh, what does her hair look like? Oh, she's fat. Oh, she's thin. Oh, she's old. I don't want that to be the focus. I want the focus of the people who watch this to understand. I want you to have options. I want you to have the option of, hey, if I don't want to eat at Fridays, I can cook Fridays, because it's rough out there. That is why I did this. Okay, because I remember all the days, and my husband too, my sister, we remember the days of, it was all about home cooking. We didn't realize how important the bonding time and all that stuff, but this is what it gave us. And we missing all this stuff. We missing it. So if I can give a little bit of that to you before I turn back into a Eggland's Best Egg, that's what I'm gonna do. Hey. So let me check. Okay, this turkey is like, okay, either you're gonna have me on high. What it does, it wants me not to be a distracted cook. And that's something else I put in the book too, right? You really should be always watching your food. I don't mean you gotta be sitting there like this, but like how I get into a tangent and I start telling y'all about taking you back down memory lane and stuff, and forget the stuff over there. House could be on fire, okay? Lucky for me, when I look into the computer, I can see behind me. Honey, I'll be done burned it up. Yes. I'll be done burnt. No, yes, you're right. Okay, I got a chapter in the book about, okay, if you burn it up, hey, there are things you can do to camouflage. Scrape that burnt stuff off that toast and tell them it's Cajun. Yeah, that's what you do. Okay, I'm going to throw this stuff, these things here away. I'll be right back. Okie dokie now. Yeah, so, but it's like I said, once you get past, and I didn't know that a lot of people really truly have anxiety when it comes to the kitchen. They worry about, oh, I don't want to waste food. Oh, it's not going to taste good. Oh, somebody going to say, oh, that's nasty. Did I clean it right? Did I do it right? Is it done? Oh, it's too much work. Oh, God, I say be fearless. Take a risk. Start small. Start mastering the art of a scrambled egg. Believe it or not, that ain't easy to do. I'm telling you. I learned the best scrambled egg, and I think I said that last week or week before, from my husband. That damn man can scramble a freaking egg. I think it was last week. I was telling you the two or three things that he really can cook. And an egg is, he can scramble an egg. Okay, and I've been cooking for a long time, and I am telling you, I've never tasted a scrambled egg as light and fluffy and done just perfectly every single time. And so he gave me a method, a time frame, and what to put it on, and how long to do it, and when to flip it. And I'm telling you, he can make an egg. So there is an art to making an egg. There's an art to boiling an egg. Like Beautiful Assistant can boil any kind of egg, and it never gets, how sometimes the shell gets stuck on the egg or the membrane. I don't know what she be doing, but she does it and it comes out perfect every time. It's a hit and miss for me. So that's why I don't do a whole lot of deviled eggs or whatever. I'll let her boil them. I'll make it. But you know what? Yeah, because it's a hit and miss. That eludes me. So yes, there are things that I need to learn or whatever. Somebody need to tell me. There's always things to learn. And that's the exciting thing about cooking. You don't have to pigeonhole yourself. I know a lot of people look at me as a soul food cook. That is my dynamic because my family comes from the South. However, my mother was a comfort food cook. My mother was cooking lasagna and all kinds of stuff, and she's from Alabama. My grandmother, straight up Alabama, could cook the best spaghetti, could beat any Italian person who came from Italy making spaghetti. I'm telling you, I don't know how she learned it or what she did, but this lady would start cooking the spaghetti when I went to school in the morning. She wouldn't finish cooking that sauce until I came in the door. But when you put that sauce in your mouth, and then she would never make a whole lot. And I think I told y'all that story, but there was never any leftovers. She made just enough. So you just be left longing for, hey, next week she gonna make that? Oh, don't let me tell you about the biscuits that had wings and just floated, But I'm saying, I am not just one-dimensional. I can cook everything, anything, and I can learn what I want to cook. And then once I master it, then I get to freestyling and it becomes my own. See, I'm going to tell you, a lot of chefs do create things. They really do. But for the vast majority of chefs or cooks or whatever, they take recipes or things that have been tried and true or whatever out there. That's where they go to school and they learn all these different techniques and these recipes, and then they make it their own. I do create a whole lot of things. Like I said, here with you guys, I've created the vast majority of dishes that you've seen me do. I've created them. They're not something that I've done over and over again. There's stuff that I sat here and created in front of you. I thought about it the night before. I thought about the logistics, and I said, let me try this. Hopefully I don't look like a fool, and it comes out okay. So I don't really know what's going to happen. You are watching poetry in the motion, okay, when I do this stuff. So I'm telling you, you guys are like my muses. You inspire me. And I haven't been inspired like this for cooking since I was a kid. So yeah, thank you very much. You're going to let me exit into an egg just like I was when I was a kid. That's a good thing. Let me check this. Okay, so, all righty. So it is sauteing. And like I said, I don't want it to brown. I'm just kind of letting it get like a little heat to it. And that's good right there. And it has that beautiful, beautiful smell. It kind of smells like, I don't know, if you ever had a chicken sandwich with bacon on it or something, that's kind of what it smells like. So anyway, so now that I got this, so what I will do, I'm going to put the liquid in it, and I'm going to put my seasonings in it. So I had to wipe that up. I want to get one of these cups here, because this cup is 16 ounces, okay? And I'm going to do 2 of these. 16 ounces is approximately 2 cupfuls. So it'll be about 4.5 cups of chicken broth. Now you can use water if you don't have it. You just have to season it a little bit more, that's all. Okay, so let me get a clean cup. And then we'll get the meat on and season it up. And when the meat cooks halfway, then I put my, as a matter of fact, I probably will, when the meat cooks maybe about 15, 20 minutes, then I'm going to show you how to do the quick soak. And after the meat gets done, then you just put it all together and mix it up, and they get married and they decide. So we got to decide what the wedding song is going to be for the beans and the turkey. How about that? Y'all think about that while I do this. Okay, so I have this. Let me see if I got enough chicken broth, because I was going ham with the chicken broth. So let me see if I got another one. And I'm going to tell you this. If you don't have chicken broth, you can use vegetable broth. If you don't have vegetable broth, you can use beef broth. It's just about flavor. It's up to you. So let's see what I got. I got 2 beefs. Do I have any more chicken? I think I ran out of chicken broth, y'all. So I may have to do, I'm not going to mix the chicken and the beef, but I think what I will do is if I need more liquid, I'll just use water and I'll just season it up. That's all. But yeah, I went kind of ham with the chicken broth the other day. So I guess I'll have to be calling Instacart, because I got I got enough stuff to do the Salisbury steak tonight. Yeah, so that's good. You're not gonna want to miss this. Trust me. If you think the picture on the thumbnail looks yummy, oh baby, when you see the real thing. I was never a Salisbury steak. I never had it before, And then I decided, let me give it a shot. And I tried it and I made it my way and they like it. Go figure. All right, so let me fill this up. Yeah, I'm gonna get 2 cups out of this. I probably 2.5 cups. I'll probably have to do another half a cup of the water because you want to get enough fluid here that is going to finish cooking through. You want to season it. You don't want to have. You don't want like half of the pot full of water. You don't. You really don't need it. It's not necessary, and you'll see why. Okay, so let me get this condensation because I do not want to have to wipe that up again. Put it over here. Boy, that smells good. Okay, and just stir it a little bit. And I'm gonna bring this pot over here. Now, when I bring this pot over here, my stove top's gonna go off because it works through the connection. But I want you guys to see. Can you see what it looks like here? You see? This is what it is not overly brown, but it just kind of melded the oil, there, and kind of you have those drippings in the bottom, and that's what you want. You want those drippings because those drippings are going to season that stock. That's going to become your gravy for your beans. Okay, so it didn't go off. I got here fast enough. Good thing. So before I do anything, now I'm going to take my seasonings and I'm going to start seasoning this up. I'm not going to put all the seasoning, but I'm going to put the vast amount of it here. So I'm not going to do the onion. I'm going to do the garlic powder. Because now what I'm doing, I'm treating this meat as though the meat is going to be like the main course. Because this is basically a one-pot meal. It really is. You don't have to make any meat. This is good meat right here. This is good. You will see. You'll see. So it's not just a seasoning. So then I'm going to take some Sazon and put that on there. And you just want to sprinkle it. I don't have a whole lot of meat here, so I'm not doing a whole lot of seasoning. You season according to the amount of meat you have. And I'm going to put some black pepper. And like I said, normally people do not season up their smoked meat. But I'm not people. I'm me. And I'm telling you, when you try these things and you do it, you'll be happy. I'm going to do some Lowry's on here. Just like that. If you notice, I'm not putting in the Casey's Blessing. I'm not putting in anything like that. I'm taking my dried celery and I'm going to put that in. Okay. And just sprinkle that in here. Just like that. Okay. Put that over there. And I think that's going to be just about that. Let me wipe this off. So now I'm going to put my liquid in, y'all. So remember, this is 2 cups. This is 16 ounces. I'll put that in there. Let me pour the rest of it in. And then I'm going to fill the remainder of the cup up with some of my filtered water. So I got almost a little over half. So I don't have to put that much more in there. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you see?
Kind of. Bring it up a little bit. Can you bring it a little closer to the camera?
Okay. How about this?
Yeah, bring it down.
Okay, see, so I got that much in this cup. Remember, this cup is 16 ounces. Okay, so I'm going to fill it up to the top with the rest of this filtered water. So it's still going to have flavor. It's just a little diluted. And then I'll make up the difference with some seasoning. Okay, but I'm going to put this in here. And like I said, I really don't even need this much. And you know why? I'm only doing this for the bean dynamic because there's very little meat in here. So I'm going to turn it up and bring it to a boil. And I'm going to stir this. And then I'm going to put my herbs in here. So now what I'm going to find, because I have seen what I can do, I can take some twine if I want, and I can tie this up so it's easier to scoop out. I don't feel like doing that. So I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to do. But they have these little things that almost like tea bag type things, and you can put your herbs in it and just kind of stick it over the side, and then you don't have to worry about fishing it out because I don't want all these herbs floating around in my beans. I want the flavor. Understand the flavor? The flavor. That's what I want. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple of sprigs, and this is what fresh thyme looks like. Look at that.
Wow.
That's what it look like. So I'm gonna put this little honey up in here like that, and then I'm gonna take this rosemary. Now rosemary, I've seen people chop it up. because what will happen is when you cook it right, it decides it wants to be free, so it start jumping off of there, But that's okay, because it actually gets soft. You can chew it if you want to. I get it out of there because I don't like my food to be busy. Sometimes I just want to eat it and not have to.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I'm putting the sprig of rosemary in. Okay, that's on an 8, and then I'm taking a whole stalk of. I'm gonna take 2 stalks of. I'll just do this. I'll take this. I'm gonna take a stalk of sage. Sage gives things a wonderful flavor, and it's not just for stuffing. And when you use the fresh one, now the dry one has a different dynamic. But this, I'm telling you, I'm gonna put the sage in there. Now I'm gonna save the rest of this. Close it up. See, I have to use this kind really quick because this right here, by day after tomorrow, it'll be wilted and you funky, and I've been to spend my money, and yeah. So I'm not trying to do that. Okay, so let me do this. I'm gonna turn the heat up some more, because unlike my new pans, this little pan right here, it doesn't heat as fast. Okay, but I have to watch it, because when it does heat, it goes like from 0 to 100. Yeah. So let me put my basil. I'm doing a pinch of the basil. Just like that, a little pinch will do ya. Pinch. That a pinch is between my index finger and my thumb. That's a pinch. And then I'm going to do some cilantro. Why? Because I can. And I'm going to do a pinch of that. Just like that. Pinch. I'm not going to do the Italian seasoning because I have all the other things there already. And I can save that for later when I make the Salisbury steak. Oh, so yummy and delicious. Okay, so let me put this back in here. Alrighty. Okay, and now we're just waiting for this thing to start doing this little thing. I'm gonna put the top on so it to start a rapid boil, and then I'm gonna turn it down and let it cook. All right, and I'm gonna wipe this up. I'm gonna toss this out because it's gone bye-bye. It's all over. I'm gonna I'll probably keep this because I may need to put some more liquid in there at some point. So, hey, we don't want to waste not, want not. My grandmother, God rest her, she used to wash the paper towels and she used to hang. And I didn't know what she was doing. Listen, I was a teenager going to school. I wasn't paying no attention to why my mother was doing this stuff. But she was being frugal. She wasn't cheap. She was just being frugal. The things that she could reuse. And back then, when you bought some Bounty towels, they literally were like cloth. They really could withstand, how they used to wet it in the middle and they put a cup of something in and say it really did that. Now, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Well, what happened is the same thing that happened to Reynolds wrap. You would get the Reynolds wrap heavy duty, and it would be so hard. You really didn't want to use it unless you were doing something heavy duty. Now it's just as thin as paper, so I'll get the no-name brand because it's all the same. Okay, it's just the label. Or you get a bag of chips and you open it up and you get this puff of air. Yeah, so go figure. Like I said, but it's up to us. If we continue to patronize these behaviors, they'll continue to. No one's going to have a conscience and say, man, I'm charging them $155,302.10 for this much. No one's going to have that conscience. But we're going to have to take things in our hands and decide, hey, boundaries. Don't step over here. I ain't buying it if you don't give me what it's worth. Bring the price down, something. It's just like my husband used to always take red potatoes and he'd cut them up and make French fries. They make the best French fries. So these kids eat a lot of French fries here. So I'll buy the frozen fries or whatever, they're quick, whatever. So he decided, I think it was a Bermuda system because she remembers that's what he used to do. He used to make these French fries all the time. And she made some from scratch. Can you believe the kids like those better? They like them better. So we're going, I still got some frozen ones in there for quickness, but we have homemade French fries. And it didn't kill her because my husband, the wonderful gadget king, not only has one mandolin, he has two. See, look how fast that started boiling. Let me bring it down. Okay, I'm going to take it to a 5 because I don't want all my liquid to go out. I just want to cook it. It smells really nice. It's very fragrant. It makes you want to say, eat me, eat me. Yes. So, let me put this back. Throw this away. And then I'm going to get something to drink because I'm thirsty. If you guys need a little drinky drink, go right ahead. Get something to drink. Okay? I'm going to let me put this on a timer. I'm going to do 30 on here. And then I'm going to finish up with my beans, and I'm going to show you how to do that quick soak. I have never soaked beans overnight. People do it. I don't see the reason. I mean, I've heard that it's supposed to make the beans better. That's a lie. Okay. You know how beans are supposed to be. This is how a bean is supposed to be. And I think that's why my Great Northern video is very popular. If you look at the presentation of those beans, they are firm. You can see every bean. The gravy is savory. The pieces of meat are just evenly distributed in this beautiful bowl. And the insides are so creamy. I don't want to have beans that are mushy. You want to have some texture to the bean. You don't want it to be hard or like a bean that's not fully cooked. When you break it, it kind of like crumbles in your hand. It's not supposed to do that. When you squeeze the bean, you're supposed to be able to squeeze it and it's mush on the inside, but has texture on the out. And so I get that same dynamic and it cooks faster and I don't have to worry about sitting up with soaking no freaking beans all night doing a quick soak. I've never done that and I've been successful. Yes, I have. So, hey, it's up to you. But hey, work smart, not hard. I don't feel like digging out the crock pot that's under the stairs behind all of the junk. Okay. So I'm going to use the regular pot. But you know what? I could do this really while I'm working. Put this stuff on and go do my job. Really. Now if you're leaving the house, yeah. If you are doing this overnight, like I was telling my sister, I just don't feel confident going to sleep knowing that something is on. Just me, this is just my paranoia. I know people do it all the time in crock pots. They're very successful. I have maybe 2 or 3 of them. Never used them. I have an Instapot. I think we used it once. I have 2 or 3 air fryers, and my stove is a big giant air fryer. I don't think I've ever used the option. I think we used the air fryer a couple of times. I have a pressure cooker. I got all that stuff, a couple of them, but I just choose to, I just have to do things the hard way. I'm going to teach you guys how to do it the easy way because I know that you Gen X's, I don't know if that's true, and I have looked that up. I was watching somebody, and they said that 1960 to 80 something is Gen X. So if that's the case, then I'm a Gen Xer. I thought I was a baby boomer. Okay, because I'm 62. Okay. I was born in 62, but they have different scale. Okay, what I am is a Mia. That's what I am. I'm a Mia. Okay. So, because I don't subscribe to any particular group of anything. It's just I'm me, you're you, and that's good enough for me. Yes, it is. So, put that over there. Let me put these cups back. Oh, look at these cups. How pretty are these? Aren't they cute? They really are cute. They're even cuter when they're cheaper. Mm-hmm. Yes. They sure are. Okay, put that in the pantry. All right, so we got 26 minutes and 40 seconds. I said I was going to get something to drink because I am so thirsty. I need water. That's what I need. Oh, boy. Yeah, I would like some water. I'm going to drink my coffee at some point. But I'm really thirsty for water. Okay, so while we wait for this 26 minutes, I'm going to talk about the comfort food for your Valentine. Now, a Valentine does not have to be a romantic dynamic. My husband used to buy these girls candies and all kinds of stuff. He was their Valentine. They were little girls. Okay. and he bought we used to even buy the boys. They would get little stuffed animals and little Valentine's candy anytime they have an excuse to eat sweets. But I think my water's in the refrigerator.
Oh, your bottles?
Yeah. So it's anybody you care about. Your Valentine could be your next door neighbor who just needs a lift. Your Valentine could be your sister, your brother, your pastor, whatever, somebody that you care about and you just want to recognize on the day of love. So don't get it twisted. Okay. So when I say your Valentine, it can be anything. Don't feel left out if you don't have that mate or that romantic person. Okay. Maybe this is just not your time and your time is coming. Okay. However, that your Valentine can be yourself. Celebrate you. But do it with some comfort food. So why is comfort food perfect for Valentine's Day? Food represents love. And you know this. Everything we do in this life, some kind of food is involved. This is why I have so many stories, because there's so much food intertwined into my life, my living. So nothing says love like food. It's warm and satisfying. Nothing more satisfying than a meal. Okay. Comfort food creates a cozy, intimate, and nostalgic. They are not lying. Excuse me. I have to cough. Excuse me. Oh, I had a tickle. I told you my throat was dry, because I talk a lot. But anyway, you're like, how does she talk and not breathe? That's why it was hard when I was sick, because I couldn't breathe and I needed to talk. But anyway, it really does bring back nostalgia. I can literally, things that I thought I didn't remember when I think about certain food dynamics or whatever, it brings back memories, and you smell the smells and you feel the feelings. And yeah, it takes you down memory lane. It really does. Food is such a dynamic thing. And that's why it's so hard when people have eating issues, because food is so much of the fabric of our lives. It just is. Classic comfort food dishes for a romantic night in can be like creamy lobster mac and cheese. Okay, at these prices, you want to get the fake lobster. I think they got some kind of fake lobster at Sam's Club. They in TikTok rage supposed to taste like real lobster or crab. I don't know, but it's supposed to taste good. So yeah, get the fake one and make you some lobster mac and cheese. Okay, they say that's good. I've never had it. Okay, perfect for sharing. Southern fried chicken. Everybody likes fried chicken. Okay, of some sort, crispy, flavorful, and made with love. Love. Oh, that's another show. Anyway, slow cooked short ribs. My sister can identify that because she was talking about some short ribs a few weeks ago, trying to find some. They taste pretty good. Yes, they do. And then, of course, you have those wonderful sides like garlic mashed potatoes. They're smooth and buttery, and they go well with anything. I don't know about no baked truffle, man. See, they're getting too pricey. Truffles cost a lot of money. Okay, so let's roll that back. We ain't baking no truffle and mac and cheese. I will grate some portobello mushroom up in there, or button mushroom. That's bottom line. Fungus is fungus. Okay, cheesy, gooey, honey glazed Brussels sprouts. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. I've never had honey glazed ones, but I've had balsamic glazed ones with a little sweetness. And it's really good. And then you crumble a little bacon over it, and you toast it. It's really good. And you can use turkey bacon if you don't use pork. Okay. Then, of course, you have these sweet treats like that beautiful cake. Or they done took it another one. My husband was sitting in there before this show started. I'm thinking that he's having a cup of coffee. He's over there eating the cake with the whole glass cake off, just eating it. I'm like, really? Really?
How delicious it is.
Okay. I have never seen him go this crazy over chocolate. I really haven't. See, I'm the dark chocolate person, so I must have did a real good thing. Because he likes that cake. They're saying classic lava cake. I do like lava cake when it's done right. Okay, is it still cooking? Let me look and see, because it looked like it went down. Hold on. Oh, it's still cooking. It's just being real cool with it. It's being real cool with it, y'all. So Okay, I'm at 21. So anyway, so chocolate lava cake, strawberry shortcake biscuits. See, I wouldn't do that. I just make some nice little vanilla muffins or something and make a strawberry shortcake or make a sponge cake. Or they even in the store, they used to have these little already made little sponge cakes if you like. I like regular cake with my strawberry shortcake. I don't really like the sponge stuff. My husband used to like that. And you get yourself some strawberry glaze and do it up. Some kind of molten s'mores dip. I've never been a s'mores person, so I can't really say how that tastes. Some people eat that, and I know that they do, and they say it's really good. Okay, and then red velvet cheesecake and brownies, and I'm not really into red velvet cake, believe it or not. If it's chocolate, I want it to look that way and taste that way. I don't want nothing mimicking chocolate, and that's just me. But for those people who love red velvet, this is, one of the things, and these are things that people reminisce and feel a sense of comfort. Elevate your experience with a cozy touch. You want to cook together. I told you about the cooking together. Remember, he can make an egg and I'll watch him. Okay. Set the mood, dim the lights, soft music, and set your table with some beautiful tableware. Or, as my sister-in-law says, use some paper plates so you ain't got to wash some things. Okay, and pretend. Okay, serve it up with a warm, comforting drink, some hot cocoa with some whipped cream, a spiked cider, or some creamy espresso. Then the power of homemade love. A home-cooked comfort meal is more personal. It really is. When you take the time to tailor a meal to somebody's liking, you can't tell me that doesn't hit different than if you order something out or you take them to a restaurant. It does for me. But I'm going to tell you, I don't really want to go to a restaurant and have to sit there and have people looking at me while I'm eating, or worry if somebody sneezes or coughs or what. I really don't. Or the food not be the way I want it, or, it's just so many variables. I could be at home. It could be seasoned the way I want. I can be as comfortable as I want. I can do what I want, and it is what I want. Okay? That's just me. So if somebody cooks me something and it's really good, I know there's a lot of thought put in that. It's easy to go buy stuff. I'd rather for you to make me a card than to go buy one, because it comes from the heart, for real. So comfort food is all about warmth, nostalgia, and great memories together. I tell you, for all the stuff that my kids have made throughout the years and stuff, and they go digging in bags, or I'll go digging and I'll see some little thing or whatever. And I'm like, you keep everything. Yes, I do keep everything. I sure do. I keep it all. If you give me something, I don't care if it's the littlest child. Okay, I will still have it. Yes, I will, because it meant something to you, so it means something to me. And it's the same thing with food. If you give me a piece of cake, I'll probably just put it somewhere so it can be fossilized. Then I'll look back 20 years. I'm, well, she gave me that crumb. So I'm joking. No, but anyhow, like I said, food is life. We just have to learn how to navigate it in a way that it's not detrimental to us. But it really is. You bond. Couples bond over the little snacks they eat when they watch, TV. That's just the reality of it, and you can't get away from it. So, hey, embrace it, but embrace it in the right way. I'm going to drink some water. So, what I'm going to do is, I think that I'm gonna stick my fork in this meat. I think I'm gonna do my quick soak, because that takes about an hour. I think I'm gonna do that, and then everything will come together. And because I want you to see how I do it, I'm not gonna make you wait for all the stuff to get done, because I already have some hint done, and you'll get to see it. But I want to take you through the steps. Through the steps, yes. All right, let me take you through the steps. So this is how you do a quick soak. Easy peasy, ain't hard. So you're going to take 4 cups of water. So since I have this, where did I do my, it's over there. I'm going to use that 16-ounce cup. I told you that's 2. So you take about 4 cups of water for half a pound of beans. So that 8 ounces of the 16, which I have. And you get hot water. So hot water from your sink. And I'm going to rinse this again. I'm rinsing my beans. This is the part they don't tell you, but I'm rinsing mine because, you know, I like to rinse my stuff. Okay, so I have this over here. And I'm going to get this little pot over here. Let's see how this is going. Let me stick my fork in here. Look at this. It's already getting done. Yeah, let me go on and soak this stuff, child. Okay, so I'm going to take this little pot right here. And I'm going to take these beans and I'm going to put them in the pot. Just like that. Right? And let me just dry that up. I swear I'd be cleaning all day long. This would take me so long because I got to keep cleaning. Anyway. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn the hot water on and just let it run until it gets as hot as it can out of my tap. And I'm going to do 2 of these cups. And that should be enough because they said 3 to 4 cups. So sometimes I would say maybe I'll do 3.5. That's what I did with the last one. And I don't think I have as many beans in this one. Because you don't want to put too much water that it does. Because the whole purpose of the exercise is for the water to absorb in the beans and help tenderize it enough so it can cook faster. That's what the soak is about. Okay, and I'm sitting here running cold water and wondering why. And wondering why it's not doing what I want to do. And see, I just thought, like I said, food. I don't know if I told you, and I probably did. The thought of my mother just came to my mind, and the last song, I think it was the year that she passed away, and I don't know what the man said, I think it was Paul something, but the song was, every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. And she loved this song. I don't know why. I think it was Paul Young. I think that's what his name was. And she just loved that song. Because, you know, back in the day, we had radio stations. So you used to hear all kinds of music. And see, we listened to all kinds of music, soft rock, everything. So this is going to be 2 cups.
It was Paul Young, by the way.
Oh, I'm good. Paul Young. Okay. So, and I'm going to put another. I'm not going to do, let me see. I'm not going to do the full cup. I'm going to do 3/4 of this. Because I don't have that many beans. And see, I have one little ugly bean that floated up the top. See, it knows that I don't want it in here. One little ugly half that I missed. Okay. So, I got about this much water in here, right? So, I didn't use the full 4 because I really don't need it. Now, let me try to pull this back so y'all can see. See? So it's covering it. And now what I'm going to do is, let me set this back up just a second. Let me put this down. Okay, I'm going to take it over here and I'm going to bring it to a boil. I'm going to let it boil for 2 minutes. So we're going to set it up for 2 minutes. Let me sit it back here. Yeah, but she loved that song, boy. She used to tickle me because she had one dance she did. And it was always trying to throw the hips that she didn't have. You know, because she was really, really little, really thin. And she was always, I could so see this dance. I can't imitate it. But yeah, she did. That was the mommy dance. Yes, she did. And she did that dance for everything. And you could tell that she wasn't dancing. Okay, I'm put the top on here. No, I'm not. I'm going to let it come to a boil. So we're going to do 2 minutes. Okay. That's 2 seconds, right? 2 minutes? No, that's 2 hours. Okay, yeah, 2 minutes. That's 2 minutes. Okay, got you. I tell you, I don't use all these gadgets and stuff. I got all these gadgets and bells and whistles. My husband has an alarm for everything. He got an alarm for life. Everything has an alarm. Everything. It's like all these things are always going off all the time. I don't have an alarm or anything. Okay. He got an alarm on everything. And then forgets that he has alarms on him. And then asks me, what's that sound? I don't know. It's your alarm. How do I know? I don't put alarms on because I don't want to hear it. Let me be totally honest. I don't want to hear it. So we're going to let this boil for 2 minutes. And once it boils for 2 minutes, then what we do is We cover it. We take it off the stove, or we move it off the eye. I have to because my eye will keep going. And you let it sit for an hour while your meat is getting. And see, normally I would do like the ham hock or whatever, or the meat with the bone, and it would take much longer. But this is not going to take long at all, you know. And so you move it to the side and you let the water absorb into the bean, and that is your quick soak. At the end of an hour, your beans will expand. They'll go from looking like a little teeny tiny to they look all swole up. Then you know they're ready to go to the wedding. So you put the little tuxedo on them, and then you walk them down the aisle. You know?
Yeah.
I know. Yes. I keep telling people, you need to be good to your food. If you're good to your food will be good to you. If you ever wonder why your food doesn't taste good, because your food is living in trauma. Remember that. Okay, so it's almost at 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to cover it and take it off the stove. Okay, so turn it off. You're going to cover it just like that. I'm going to take it. I'm going to move it to exit stage right and just sit it over here. Now I'm going to put the timer on for 1 hour. Okay, there you go. Just like that. And so it does the final countdown. As this is cooking, looking really good. So, what happens at this point? Your meat will be tender. It'll probably be tender in probably another 30 minutes. It'll probably be tender before the beans because I didn't have that much of it. Usually you will have more meat, and you can put as much meat in as you want, depending on how you're doing it. Now, normally I will cook beans and we will have like something with it, like some chicken or something. But today, because this is more like a lunch thing and I'm doing all this cooking tonight, I ain't cooking all that. So I decided to make it a one-pot meal, which you can do. Make enough of it and you can reheat it. It reanimates really well. And then you can have it with some rice if you want. I'll just eat mine without rice, just the beans and the meat. But the meat is so savory and the meat is substantial, you know, and that's a good protein dynamic. You got your fiber dynamic. And it's healthier for you. It's not bad. Don't let anybody tell you everything that we cook that's comfort is not bad. It's about a lot of the things that you put in it. You know what I'm saying? So, like for me, I favor keto stuff because it allows me to use a lot of the ingredients that I like to use, you know. And it works for me. You know, it keeps me from feeling really deprived. Because like I said, I'm just going to keep on pushing. And when I fall off, I'm going to jump back on. While I was sick, I had to fall off because I had to eat some crackers because I was nauseous. Okay. But then I'm not anymore. So now I got to get back on the wagon. That's how that works. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever give up. You know, keep moving forward. Don't ever give up. You can have the things that you want. Stop putting it in your mind that you're being deprived and just see it for what it is. Water, hydrate. Everyone do it. I don't know. While I'm sitting here, I don't know if you guys can see the chat, but our brother Jerome, I guess, that's supposed to be beans because I'm like, what in the world? I thought they were jelly beans. I tell you, this emoji stuff eludes me. It really does. It just because I'm sitting thinking, why does he have all these jelly beans? But he's trying to say beans. Okay. All righty now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll get it at some point. It'll register in my mind, you know, what all these emojis. I tell you, somebody point me to the emoji dictionary. Tell me that they got an emoji dictionary because where do you people learn all this stuff from? I want to know.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm like, who said? And then they get these things and they have all these little gift things and I'm like, okay. It's like they get some stuff and I'm like, oh my goodness. And like, where do you get this stuff from? Like my younger sister, every time she calls me, she's sending some little something, a little picture or something. I'm like, where did she get this from? I could barely type the numbers on my phone because, you're always missing. Every time I try to type a L, it ends up, what letters over there in there? It's never the letter I want. It's always the freaking L that gets there. So I'm like, how are they typing so fast? Then somebody told me they got some kind of thing that it's not typing with their finger. They like zigzag it or something like that. Yeah, some swipe thing. Because I'm like, okay, how are these people typing so fast on these little keys? My fingers are too pudgy. And I'm like, yeah, nah. I'm trying to say hi. I say everything but hi. I got to keep going back and putting it in there. And then sometimes you put a word in there, y'all, and you put the word in there and it wants to correct you and change it into something. I don't want to say that. If I want to say hello, I want to say hello. Don't tell me to say something else.
They still in the standard dialect.
Listen.
What you meant to say.
No, that's not what I meant to say. I said what I said and I meant what I said. Okay. And it just wants to control. Just wants to take control all the time. Now, I'm pretty okay with sharing my world with AI. Okay, because it does have its dynamics in place. But the key word is share.
Yes.
Okay, not take over, share. Because I have 3 brain cells and I want to use them. Thank you very much. Just saying. Okie dokie now. So, all right. So what I'm going to do, I am going to let you know what else I'm going to put in here. So once this meat gets done, right, I omitted the Casey's Blessing, which is the all-purpose seasoning. I omitted the onion powder. I also omitted the butter. Well, once your meat gets done and you put your beans in with your meat that have swollen up and got some muscle or whatever, then you put them together. Now it's time for your beans to get tender. Now, the other batch of beans, I think that took maybe not even 30 minutes after soaking. Huh?
So yeah, definitely not long at all.
Yeah, it was about 30 minutes. I asked beautiful assistant to check it. He's like, these are soft. What are you talking about? It's soft. I just put it in here. But that quick soak was everything. So about 30 minutes you want to check. And the way you check your bean, I usually take it out, put it on a spoon, cool it off a little, and then I'll pinch it. Now, if it cracks when I pinch it, it ain't ready. If it mushes when I pinch it, it's just right. It's just like the 3 little bears and Goldilocks. Okay. And then when it's like that is when you put your butter in, because now you're thickening up your lovely gravy. That's going to be also flavorful. You put the butter in, you hit it with your blessings or whatever your all-purpose seasoning is. You put your pepper in, you put your onion powder in. You put your little bit of sweetener. I use Splenda. You can use a 1/4 cup of sugar or do it to taste. You want to put a little sugar up in there. Okay. Yeah, you do. The dynamic between the butter and the sugar and the smoky and the bean, baby, trust me, you will be in bean heaven. Yes, you will. You've never been here before, have you? You've never been here before. So yes, do it like that and trust me, everyone will like it. Even the little picky kids, they really will. So that is pretty much what you will do in order to get together. I'm trying to give you a few more minutes, but pretty much, like I said, that's it. It's making beans is not hard. It really isn't. People make it harder than it has to be. Like I said, I guess that's why they like that other video, because it's like 4 ingredients, really. I made more ingredients here because I'm trying to be special. Okay. But in reality, it doesn't take all of that. You just have to make sure it has some flavor and the taste. And your smoked meat is going to give you a lot of that dynamic. Whether it's pork or whether I've never used beef before. I'm thinking maybe I'll try some beef and I don't know. I don't know. Hey, you never know with me. I'll try something, but like I said, the smoked meat, it is the dynamic of the beans and the smoked meat. It's just very simplistic. It's hearty, it's filling, and it makes you feel good. Okay, what's going on over here? Everybody's so quiet over here. All the food is so quiet. I'm not seeing no smoke. I'm not having to turn on my hood. What's up with that? Let me go over here and check over here because I'm not trusting.
You just got that good.
No, it's cooking. It sure is, but I guess because it's not that much in here. Okay.
It's been good.
Okay, but I'm gonna wash this colander out because I want to show you guys how I get rid of the herbs. Get this all nice and clean. Oh yes. Get that over here. Okay, so now they're really looking like pinto beans because I forgot what pinto beans look like because I haven't made them in so long. Mm-hmm. I'm really partial to Great Northern beans. If I eat a bean, that's what I really like the most. I haven't had pinto beans in a long time, but those look pretty good. They look pretty snazzy, y'all.
Indeed,
they really do. I think I'm gonna get them back on the stove here so I can heat them.
Oh, but they're perfect.
No, I mean, you want to eat cold food. Nobody else wants to eat cold food but you. You like cold food. I like food that tastes nice and hot and yummy. Okay. So I'm gonna get that over there. And start heating that up slowly. Are you there, Dad? Slowly. Oh boy. I'm hoping that it doesn't do some bad weather. I gotta go to the drugstore. I really hadn't planned to have to leave here today, but I gotta go pick some stuff up before the next show. So yeah. I'm hoping that the weather doesn't go bad on me so I have to be stuck out there in it. But basically what I do is, because right now I have all of these herbs and they're floating around in the liquid. So when the meat gets done, what I do is I take my slotted spoon, or this spoon is not even slotted. It has holes in it like a strainer. I take this spoon and I spoon it up and I'll put a paper plate underneath here and then I'll take it over there. But I'll spoon all the meat out and I will put it into this pot, really. Or I'll put it to the side because I'm going to cook this separate. But I'll put it to the side, get all of those herbs, those, the stalks and stuff out, and just have the liquid, which is very highly flavored. Okay. And then I marry the beans and I finish cooking it. So, but I take the liquid and I strain it through the colander back into the pot. So it has all the flavor of those herbs and those spices, but it doesn't have all of the debris, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the seasoning in as if everything was together. And it doesn't matter if I season this liquid now because you can always put some more seasoning on top of there, which I am going to do. But I just want to let you guys see what I'm doing because once this gets heated up, I'm going to plate it up. Yes, I am. I'm not going to prolong the inevitable. No, I'm not. Can you believe it? Casey must be sick. We're not here for 3 hours. Oh, my goodness. This is not a hard thing to do. And if I had known that it would cook like this fast, I wouldn't have been up at 5 o'clock this morning cooking. I would have cooked it on here. But, hey, you live and you learn. So, all right. So, watch and learn. I'm going to take this and see, you guys have to find a all-purpose seasoning that is nothing but herbs and spices and stuff and don't have no salt. Then you can go ham like me. Okay, where did I put that? Oh, here it is. I'm going to get this top here. Okay, now I'm just going to squeeze. I'm going to put all this Casey's blessing in here. And this is going to just make this blessed and highly flavored, just like that. Oh, yeah. Okay. And see, I can just keep going forever if I want to, because guess what? It ain't got no salt. None. So, what did I say? I got to do the onion powder. Okay. And usually, like I said, I will do this once the beans get in, but this is going to be so highly flavored. Once the beans are ready, it will take on, as it's cooking, the flavor of this broth as it thickens up. So I'll put the onion powder in. Come on, onion. You don't want to come out, do you? Okay, I guess I'll squeeze you too. Okay, put the onion powder in there. Just like that. Alrighty. And I'm going to put a little bit of pepper in. Okay. And I think that I'm going to hit it with a little bit more Sazon. I think I am. But this is a lot of liquid and a little bit of meat. Okay, so that's all that's going to be. The next thing that will go in there is when the beans go in, of course, like I said, once they start cooking and they start getting soft, you're going to hit it with, like I said, the butter. If you're doing the full 16 ounces, you're going to do 2. You can do 2 of these. You just do it to taste. You know, because it's about thickening your sauce. What I also did, I hit it with a little heavy cream because I wanted it to be thicker. Now, you can have it thin if you want. That's how you like it. Some people like it that way. I am trying to get my stuff to really just envelop the rice for them, or for me to be like a thick type, stewy type dynamic with the meat, you know, and it just really tastes good. So you can leave out the cream and just reduce it some more if you want, if you have a lot of liquid, because the more you reduce it with the butter, it's then going to thicken up. It emulsifies, you know. So and clean that up. Okay, I'm going to turn this up one more. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I should put it down because I still got 40-something minutes before these beans are ready. And this meat right here, I can tell you right now, this meat is done. Almost done. I just like it so very tender. Yeah, it's tender right now, but I want it when I touch it, it just falls apart. And so that's what it'll be by the time. Because it's only, like I said, it's so. If it was more meat in here, it would require longer cooking. But like I said, for the magic of television, so you guys could see what I was doing, I split it in half. And then I'll incorporate it all together. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, that's thickened up really nice. Beautiful. Okay, so I think you guys have pretty much gotten the gist of this. Let me know with some hearts if you kind of get and understand what you're going to have once I'm going to plate this stuff up and how to move forward. Once you get these beans together and you get the broth together, the only thing left is the butter. The butter's going to make it all better, and you're going to put your little 1/4 cup of sugar, or you do it to taste. Put a little bit in, taste your broth. I'm going to use my Splenda, which I do a couple of squirts for those people who want to use that type of sweetener, or you can do that with your monk fruit or whatever, you know, or you don't have to at all. It's up to you. But I tell you, when you have those dynamics like that, it really does a body good. That's all. It does a body good. Yes, it does. So let me get these plates because I think I'm going to plate this puppy up. My husband will be so happy. He probably up there like licking his chops now. Uh-huh. All right, so be like, he hasn't had these pinto beans a long time, so he's gonna be like, the first time ever I saw your face. Uh-huh. He's gonna be like, see, y'all too young. It's this dog on a cartoon called Muttley. And Muttley gets something to eat, right? And Muttley will do something like, and then he'll float up in the air and he'll float back down. Yeah, That's how my husband's gonna be. That's why he don't let y'all see him. Because when I tell you, he be flipping. He be trying to act like he not, or whatever. Let me tell you something. That man eat everything that come his way that I cook. So even if he thinks he doesn't want to. Okay. He just has to be difficult because that's just his MO. That's how that is. Okay, so we have that. And let me check on this. Can someone go? I made some little corn muffins, right? I hope they're not crispy. I can throw them upside against the wall. See, beautiful assistant was supposed to make the cornbread because she makes good cornbread. She really does, But some people slept. See, I don't sleep. I never sleep when it comes to you guys and doing shows for y'all. I make sure I'm up all the time so I can give you something good. So I can tell you something good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to rest my brain.
Now, you just think about this. She's 35, and she got to rest her brain.
But she's 26.
Okay.
So
I am
26.
She's 26. In reverse.
I'm older.
Okay. In reverse. Okay. Y'all can count the gray hair. You see that? They don't. Yeah, did that one. Okay. Okay.
She had to find one. You see,
I ain't had to find one. The color about the trust me. If I just leave it alone, okay, you'll be able to count every last one of them be waving at you. Okay. Doing sign language at you. Because the gray hair, they can't lay down. They just gotta be seen like the color purple. So let me get over here. Let me check this rice for them. It smells amazing in here, y'all.
It really does. I'm quite hungry today.
It's like so amazing to be loved. They're gonna get beans.
Yeah.
Okay. I should have. Yeah, I think I did it. All right. Is that all? Why am I doing this? That's stupid. Oh, no. Not in my new pot. Oh, no. I got to get plastic, y'all. Plastic. I'm tripping.
Let's all remember that
I'm tripping. Okay, no, because I didn't touch it. I'm like, wait, what am I doing? Oh, heck to the no, y'all. All right, so I need to get a spoon. I need a spoon.
Like a plastic one?
I'm thinking. All right. No, yeah. Let's see.
Okay.
Let me see what I'm going to use. Okay, that's how you do it. See, I'm measuring out the amount that they should have. That's what I'm doing. See, Jerome, this is for you. Get a measurer, a measuring cup, and measure the amount of rice. Okay? Give me a heart if you hear me, Jerome.
Okay.
Or are you just sitting there pretending to hear me?
I see a few hearts flying up.
Yes.
I don't know if he's there, but yeah, I see a few hearts flying.
Yeah. I want you to measure. Portion control will allow you to have the things that you like. How about that?
Hey.
Okay. And see, let me take this out of here because I don't want all this. I ain't want any of this. I just got excited.
I will take what you don't want.
No, that's what you say now. Then you be right here. Okay. So let me do that. See, I don't want to overfill these bowls because then they be around here telling me, oh, I'm too full. Yeah. Whatever. They be around here, please, sir, can I have some more? I'll be like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more like what I was saying.
You're like, more. How do you like it? How do you like it? You're not getting any. That's how you like it.
No, that's not how I like it.
Okay, let's see. Okay, that's good. Let me get a ladle. There you are. Okay. Call my grill master.
Okay.
So he can get his little thing, y'all. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna scoop this up. Oh, that looks really cute, y'all. Every single piece of the bean has some meat to it. So it's not okay. Okay. I think they're gonna like it, y'all. I think y'all are gonna like this. Got a nice little gravy going on. Yes. This is pretty. This is pretty nice. Okay, so y'all know I gotta make it look beautiful, right? Okay, so let me whip out the greenery. Whip out the greenery, y'all. And beautify it. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, just a touch. There, the touch there. Okay, there you go. All right. Well, Corey, since you're the one that's down here, you get to have the first one. How about that?
Alrighty.
Okay. You slow your blow. Give it that. Okay, and maybe I will. Can I sit this on a plate? Because I want to give you your muffin on the side here. But y'all, look at this. Okay, let me let y'all see. Can you see that? Do y'all see this? How cute is this? How good does that look? How yummy. Okay. This is so great. I can't even show you. I'm going to show you the gravy because it's on top of this pile on top of here. So it looks like that. But okay. I'm going to pour some on top of here. Do you see that gravy? You see that right there? Look at that. That's some good eating. And my husband showed up, so Corey got to get the second one. Okay, so.
All right. Let Corey have it.
And be quiet and just take it. Here. Okay. Okay. One moment, y'all. Let me get the brick house over here out of there.
It looks delicious. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's my beans, baby.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they look okay. They cold though. Okay.
They have a piece of cornbread.
Yeah. Now, these are cute, right? They came out okay. What y'all think?
Yeah.
Look at that. Ain't they cute? Look at that. There you go.
Let me have it.
There you go. So
Thank
now
you.
let me get Corey.
Mm.
We'll turn this off. Okay.
They look delicious, baby.
I'm telling you, this is perfect for a day like this.
Oh, yeah. Cloudy.
Perfect for a day like this.
Dreary. Waiting on the snow. Cold.
Delicious, warm your bones
Okay.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Divine hungry.
Oh, yes, baby. That's the way Jesus designed these beans to be.
Okay, you know what?
Yo.
You are so extra. You are so extra. You really are.
Yes, Lord.
Okay, and I'm standing way away from him, so when the lightning bolt hits,
It wasn't me.
I won't be near that.
That's delicious.
Okay, here you go, Corey. All right. Now, of course, you know, Corey has to tell you what it tastes like because my husband is so extra, you know, really. He's so extra.
Good.
Give you a muffin. I'll keep mine up.
Very savory. Yes. Thank you.
What kind of meat is this?
That is smoked turkey.
Why are you doing healthy?
Because I would like to be able to have this show long enough for me to actually make some money off of it. So I got to keep you alive. That's why.
Wow.
Ham hock rules.
So does this. Okay, here you go.
This is excellent
Me?
comfort food right here.
Oh yeah, it's
Major?
delicious.
Yes, your turn.
I don't need a cornbread. I want to have room for just the beans.
Okay, you gotta get a spoon.
Yes.
You gotta get a spoon.
I have mine ready.
Okay, there you go.
So they can.
I mean, you got these beans right on.
I'm
baby.
still cooking.
They
Okay.
textured everything.
All right, Corey's too busy eating, and he's a little under the weather, so he ain't giving his regular rendition. So you tell him.
Okay.
Hmm.
First of all, I gotta mix mine together and get all the flavors distributed perfectly.
The beans ain't mushy. They right.
What do you think about the flavor
Delicious.
and that gravy?
In the morning words of our son, delicious.
Okay, let me tell you what I'm getting. You get the nice texture of the bean. It's like a slight bite when you bite into the flesh of the outside, and then it's like it gets a creaminess on the inside. The sauce that's around the bean, it's you could taste all the different seasonings that she put into it, but they mesh together so well. You taste the sweet, you taste just a little bit. What you didn't put any salt in it, did you?
No salt.
It doesn't taste like it's like salted, but it just tastes like the flavor is just balanced, savory, sweet, and really tender. And then you got the flavors from the turkey. Oh my God, it's so good. All of it's just good together. Woo! And this is not bad for you, right?
No, actually, it's high in fiber. Okay, it is like I said. I use the other beans, so the other beans that's 10 carbs. Okay, it's high in fiber, and the turkey is straight up keto, no carbs at all. And like I said, I wasn't trying to do that, but it just happened to work out that way. You know, so
it is delicious.
I'm gonna make me a little plate because I'm kind of hungry. Put me a little garnish on there. Can't wait till the rest of them get done because this side of the pot almost gone. Okay, so I'm gonna try it, y'all. Let's see. You know, I don't really eat on camera, but I'm interested to see.
I know they hear all these banging on the plate.
This is really good. This is really good. I don't have to have anything else. That's good. Y'all want some of this? For real. Make it. It's easy. Make it.
Nice comfort food.
Easy peasy. It's delicious. It really is. Make enough so you can freeze it. Listen more. Anyhow, I hope this has been helpful for you. If you like this recipe, hit the like button, y'all. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Give me some hearts. Give me some love. I hope you tried this. It's not expensive. It's filling. It's delicious. You can feel the love. You sure can. And it's good for you. Okay. Full of fiber, full of protein. Lovely. So, like I said, hit me up. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Give me some ideas. I'm running low. I got three brain cells. For those of you who are new to my channel or to this show, and my channel, hey, subscribe. I want you guys to enable your notification bell so you'll always know. But see, I see y'all don't do it because y'all know I'm gonna be here every week. If I'm not here, you know. But see, I have some other things I want you to see during the week, so you need to enable that. And as always, you know what I wish you. Oh boy, this is good. I'm sorry, I'm not ready for you. I need to eat. Okay, you know what I wish you, right? A little love, peace. But before we go, y'all need to come on over to the other show because if you think this is good, oh baby. And I told you, see, y'all almost let me leave here. And I told you that I was going to tell you what was happening in the other show, what I was going to talk about. So now I don't forgot because I'm trying to eat. Okay. So I shouldn't have tasted that because I done brought it all down. Okay. So like I said, I'm be doing the Salisbury steak. It's going to be delicious. That the whole little meal. But the topic is going to be deciding whether to hold on or to let go of a relationship. How about that? Interesting, isn't it? So come on by at 6:00. Be there, be square. In any case, I'm wishing you love, peace, and some great what? Weekend eats. Bye-bye, y'all. I'll see you next Saturday. Yes, I will. I'm going to go feed my face. Mwah.
And you can feed at least 10 people on the back of them beans.
Oh, goodness. Not with him in the house, you won't. I tell you. Okay. Bye, y'all.